So this video is all about Arsenal fans. It is specifically for Arsenal fans. Please, if you're not an Arsenal fan, please just keep scrolling. And if you're an Arsenal fan that does not like to hear the truth, please just keep scrolling. This video is specifically meant for Arsenal fans that want to hear the truth. I love Arteta so much. In fact, I have an emotional attachment to Arteta. Not just because of him being Arteta or him playing for or him being an ex-Arsenal player, but because of what he has done for this club. Arteta has done so much for this club. It is hard not to recognize his hard work. He said it himself in the press conference that he has done so much to be where he is today, and I reckon with what he was saying. Because take a look at the Wenger era. Look at how much banter we received. Like we became a laughing stock. That fourth position became a trophy for us. At any time we got into the Champions League, or whenever we progressed to the Champions League round of 16, I feel like that was like a win-win for us. Look at us now. Look at Arsenal now. Back-to-back semi-finals. First of all, it was the quarter-finals. Now semi-finals. Now semi-finals again. Are Arsenal fans are we blind that we are not seeing what Arteta is doing? I know that there's a lot of emotions everywhere, and yes, he has been here for 6 years, and there's a lot of expectation because this is where Arteta has brought us to. He has brought us to the point where being second best is not an option. We have to go and get it. Arsenal fans are never used to going into top two. Like, what are we doing there? The last time I celebrated, good football from Arsenal was like maybe in the 2014-15, and that was like the Ozil, Sanchez era because of the FA Cup wins back to back, and of course the 2017 and 2020 when Arteta took over. But look at when Arteta took over and take a look at where we were. We're not making headlines for becoming second best. We're just there like to count, register. Like we are among those that went to the Champions League. It was not even necessary. We're not really concerned about reaching the semi-finals. How much, like, what are we doing there? There is so much team that are better than all because we feel like when we get to that point, we get embarrassed. Look at us now, getting semi-finals. I think Arsenal fans, we forget so much. I can understand the emotion around the fan base. As a matter of fact, the fan base is even divided. You can see a lot of people fighting. Arteta in or Arteta out. People giving their own different opinions. But when it comes to look at it, like I feel like Arteta deserves to be here. And is there ever any better coach out there available? Okay, let's take for instance Arteta leaves this club. Who is there available? Who is available for us? Is it Maresca? Is it Unai Emery? Or is it who? Fabregas? Fabregas is also a rookie. Fabregas is one of those coaches that are doing very well at their comfort zone. He might actually come to a bigger team and mess up. That is the truth. He's at his comfort zone and he's doing properly well. Alonso, the same thing. I don't see. That is what happens to Alonso when he got to Madrid. Because the pressure, there's a lot of pressure. It comes with a lot of responsibility. I say with great power comes great responsibility. We need to understand this. Arteta has worked so hard to be here. I think there are few coaches that are better than Arteta, that you can see. And I put it to you that if Arteta leaves Arsenal today, I promise you that the likes of Barca and all those top pros, Man City itself will be coming for Arteta as a replacement for Guardiola. You'll be surprised that Man City replacement for Pep Guardiola is Arteta. You'll be surprised that. See, I don't think we as Arsenal fans understand what we're actually wishing for. Be careful for what you wish for. Yes, Arteta has not gotten us over the line. Yes, he has brought us to the point where we have so much expectation. We are bigger than where we were before. The hope is there. The only thing that is missing is the trophy to show for it. And I say, Arsenal fans, please calm down. Just like the story of the Israelites, they hard. It go hard. But see this disrespect Arsenal is actually getting. I swear to God, it is going to come to an end. And I pray so hard that it comes this season. If Arsenal can just win the Premier League and the Champions League to shut this. Let me mind my speech. But Arsenal fans, don't deviate from the real, factor here. I can't say the players. These guys are tired. If you check statistics there, we've played the most game across Europe. Go and check statistics there. We've played the most game. These guys they are worn out. It is not easy. The news Zubimendi is getting here is not what he used to get in Spanish La Liga. That place now flexing place where they flex. This is the Premier League. The heat, the intensity of the game is really, really high. The expectation of playing for Arsenal is also very high. So please, Arsenal fans, we need to calm down. Arteta said he's expecting fire. I want to see that fire against Man City. I want to see. I didn't even though yes, I think you guys can criticize Arsenal for all I care against Sporting. But the truth is that if we didn't beat Bayern, if we didn't beat Atletico Madrid, and if we didn't beat Inter Milan, we wouldn't be where we are today. The reason why we had a lot of probably easy fixtures, like you guys said, was because of our performance in the Champions League. That is why we had the favorable fixtures, because we had done our homework. So we deserve to be here. We did what we ought to have done, and that is why we are here. I won't be surprised to go into the final. We've beaten Atletico Madrid before. We can do it again. These boys just we need belief, and the fans, you need to still back your players up. I don't want to be seeing empty stadiums. Haba. Arteta has done so much. He brought us out of the trenches. I know where we were. We all Arsenal fans, we know that. As a matter of fact, first position, in fact, it was becoming a hard task for Arsenal before Arteta took over. Have you forgotten we got we were in Europa League section in time of when I'm in Emery. We were not getting Champions League games. I can remember the last time we had the Champions League. We had the Champions League future was back in 2017 before Wenger left in 2018. 2017 was our last Champions League. Now before 2022-2023 season, Arteta brought us back into the Champions League. Now 3 consecutive times we have been back to back, like quarterfinals, semi-finals now. Give Arteta credit. The only thing missing is just a trophy. And I promise you that once the trophy comes, that curse will be broken. These players are finding it very difficult because it is not just Arteta. It's been a long time. We've not had the Premier League in like 22 years. I've been supporting Arsenal since 2002. This is 2026. Now, calculate how long? Do you know how long I'm supporting Arsenal? I barely watched us leave the Premier League in 2004 because I was just in high school. Even though I watched few of the games, but I barely watched us lift it because it's good I was not even looking at or winning it because I didn't experience the fun. I didn't know what it felt like to be a Premier League champion. Now, Arteta has brought us close. Time out over again. We've been bottling it. We bottled the Premier League in 2007-2008 season. We bottled the league also in 2015 season when Leicester City came from nowhere to lift it. It's not just about Arteta. This is a course that has been following us right from time. It is just unfortunate that this stigma happens to come upon the players that are presently playing for Arsenal. Most of these players have trophies from where they're coming from. Gabriel Jesus has trophy in Man City. Declan Rice won the UEFA Conference League before coming to Arsenal. A lot of players, even in Ngapi, these are winners. These are winners. So how come for you to let me know that this is Arsenal? There is a trend. So the pressure, it's much, has been instilled on these guys that they know they have to do it. Somehow, the stigma still follows them. That's the DNA of the club for bottling things right from time, not even Arteta. Arteta is trying to put us out of this misery. You guys should give Arteta a break. This disrespect will still stop very soon. This disrespect will stop. Arteta, I want to see that fire. You cannot afford to sleep off right now. Like against Man City, I'm expecting nothing less than a win. And if the game does not go as planned, maybe a draw, I will take a draw. But then I'm going into that game with the mentality that we win that game. And I want Arteta, I don't know what you want to tell those boys, but you see the juggle of the ball of Czechia against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup final is enough motivation. The Man City fan drinking of an Arsenal bottle, portraying Arsenal becoming bottlers, is enough motivation. If that's not a motivation for Arsenal, I don't know what else I can use to motivate these guys. But that is enough motivation. The best motivation you can give yourself is when people tell you that you're going to be a failure. That is the greatest motivation you can give yourself, to prove your haters wrong. And this is now. We have to do it. It is not now or never. It is now. I bet you if Arsenal win the Premier League this season, we are going on a run for the next 5 years. We can win another 2 couple more. If we win the Champions League, it is a statement. We have never won the Champions League. In 140 years of existence of Arsenal, we have not won the Champions League. We have not been to the final. We've been to the final just once. I think Wenger took us to the semi-final twice. Arteta has brought us to the quarterfinals and semi-finals twice, 3 times now. And you're telling me Arteta does not deserve recognition. I'll build a status for Arteta if he wins the Champions League. If Arteta wins the Champions League, build a status for him in the Emirates. Nobody has done it. Nobody did it. Even our greatest manager of all time, about Chapman, had changed the routine and dynamics of Arsenal. He didn't win the Champions League. I don't know if maybe it even existed at that time. I don't know, but there are great managers that came for Arsenal that won trophies for us, but they never won the Champions League. They never even took us to the final. Wenger did just once. Arteta has brought us to the semi-finals twice. He deserves to be there. He has worked so hard to be where he is today. So please, Arsenal fans, stop the disrespect. Stop listening to your rival. You should be backing up your players. You should be cheering them up. You should. What more can we ask for? The hope we all see now, the feeling of winning now, it is Arteta. If not, where are we? Where was I? Our aim was just to win the FA Cup. And if we go into the Community Shield, that was where our hope lied. But now we are having belief. His belief is there of winning the Champions League and even the Premier League. So please, Arsenal fans, don't let the haters get into your head. They want to be where we are today. I bet you, if you sack Arteta today, you will see the amount of clubs that will come for him, and you will regret it. We Arsenal fans will regret it. So please, in the name of God, take away the emotions and support this team. On Sunday, I want to see that fire that I spoke about. I want to see that fire. So please, Arsenal, don't let your players down. Don't let this club down. And the players, don't let your manager down. He's counting on you. The manager will not teach you how to strike the ball. The manager is not going to teach you how to score goals. The manager is not going to teach you all these things. Are basic things. Do the basic right. Arteta is not going to enter the field and play for you. Go play with you guys. This is your job. So please, I believe we can do it. I believe that we can do it. In Premier League, I believe we can win it. Let us go. Arsenal, let us go. Let's go. Come on, you Gunners.